listen, the one and only Mr. TMI. Now check it. He's Mr. TMI, known as the Bear Man, aka homie the black sheep. He got the news, the stories, the topics, and so many things that you won't believe. Dropping these jewels and knowledge and giving advice and perspective on everything. He got them hard discussions, roller-driven, buzzing, tune in, don't miss anything. Bringing the best, a variety of different guests, keeping it real and less as they dress to impress. Every day chasing a check, follow, subscribe, and request. It's time to decompress, get everything off his chest, taking you guys on the quest into the mind of the podcast champion, and then telling y'all what he suggests. New season looking brighter, another level, take it higher. With all this info he acquired, giving whole stories the entire. Only here to inspire. Feel it, he on fire. Now hope that I got your attention, the champ in the building. Y'all watching Mr. TMI.
See, that's what happens when I'm gone for 1 week. Technical issues out the box, but it's okay because we here, and I want to say yes. Tuesday night, y'all know what time it is. TMI News, hosted by Mr. TMI Tate, and we in this thing tonight. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I got an attitude. We need to talk about these spoiled kids, but we gonna get on that later. In the meantime, y'all, let's honor one of our sponsors.
Enhance the flavor of meat, seafood, veggies, pasta, and so much more with Asil, all-purpose seasoning that is well-rounded and bursting with yumminess. Your taste buds will thank you for it. Asil seasoning is the perfect palate pleaser from Lisa D's Delights.
I ain't gonna lie, my bad. I kind of left the director out there on the island. That was my bad. It was like literally no lead up to that. I was just like, and press the button. No, but I want to say ISO seasoning. Hey, shout out to Chef Lisa D. Also, we got to do the feature business of the week. For those of y'all that don't know what the feature business of the week is, if you go into our chat room, TMI News on Facebook, you can place your business. Every Sunday, there's a post that go up that says, put your business below so that we can network. Now, what we do to honor that is we honor a featured business of the week. So we want to put that business out there, let y'all patronize this business. So we want to give back to the people that have been giving. How about that? So in saying that, our featured business of the week is
photo shoot. Pause, 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 photo shoot. Pause, 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 photo shoot. You are looking at a legend in the flesh. Fresh about the kitchen to the check. Blew a quarter key on the set. Hold up. Pose. BB's in the chain looking wet. Deposit ain't hit the couch. Pause, 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 photo shoot.
Oh, it's over. Dang. Okay. Now. I like that, man. Shout out to April McLeod. Featured business of the week, Diva Ties. For those of y'all that don't know what Diva Ties is, it's neckties for women. And when I tell you the style and the fashion that she come with those Diva Ties, y'all need to definitely hit her up. April McLeod on Facebook, as well as you saw the info in there. So y'all hit her up. I saw QRV codes and everything. Put your phone on the screen. Press pause on the replay and then put your phone on the screen and then scan it through. I ain't gonna go through all that to help you out. I ain't talking about you, April. I'm talking about the people that can't catch it fast enough. How about that? Now, one more. I'm proud, man. You know, before I was a proud daddy, I was a proud uncle. And I was a proud uncle a couple of times over, man. I love to see young people doing stuff. I love to see young people doing things in the ownership, from an ownership perspective, man. And I want to send a shout out to my niece, Amari, who created her own clothing brand. Now, this started with her just, making shirts hot off the press the same way we make shirts. And now she has her own high-end clothing line, man. And I wanted to do, just give her a little shout out. So if we can go ahead and hit the button on that one, please. And I believe that these are tracksuits. Those tracksuits will be hitting the market on Thursday. So I will follow up with where you can go and purchase your own Marge tracksuit. Yeah, y'all like that, don't you? I was so proud of her. How you gonna take your name and then remix it like that and then make it high end? I love it. I love it. Now, speaking of high end, what's up, Kenya? Speaking of high end, I gotta act like I got some sense this week. Hold on, let me make sure. Am I good? Am I good? Is the goal showing? Because I gotta make sure that I am professional this week. Because this ain't no ordinary old guest right here. This ain't. Y'all better know that I have the Claire Huxtable of Dallas on the show tonight. You daggone right, I said it. I want to bring her to the stage, but we got to bring her to the stage right. Director, hit it.
The rage and that burning desire that comes from deep within you that makes you want to inflict the exact same suffering.
There is no we
Okay.
in this matter.
Okay.
It's just me.
Okay.
Homeboy, what's your occupation? Your mother is in a better place. I mean, she raised you, all the while going through the abuse, the hurt and pain that your father put her through. She's at peace.
As Joan proceeds to the reception area, she encounters a shocking scene.
Daniel? Daniel! Oh my God!
Terrified, Joan calls out for her niece.
She found Daniel. She was worried about Griselda. Griselda's car's still there.
Joan races outside, fumbling for her cell phone.
Eric, you need to get it. Stephanie!
Hi, Mom.
Where have you been all night? I tried calling you. I was worried.
I know. I just got a little caught up. Yasmin and I went out tonight and...
Where's your dress? You weren't wearing this when you went out.
Can you please stop interrogating me, Mom?
Excuse me. I'd just like to be enlightened on where my daughter was.
I am not a teenager, Mother. You do not need to know about all of my whereabouts.
Don't talk to me like that, Stephanie.
Lucretia Johnson is in the building. Oh my God, how are you doing?
Man, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for having me. Man, I wanted one of those diva ties myself.
Speaking, I'm gonna have to make that happen because there's no better person to rock that diva tie than you. I'm saying that. So I'm gonna tell her, get ready, give me a good diva tie because this one here is on TMI News dedicated to you. We're gonna get you a diva tie.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Oh, I got you covered. Let me tell you something, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Now this is the funny part. She is definitely, in my opinion, Yes, I said it. The Claire Huxtable of Dallas, right? But what tripped me out is I say that, and then the first scene you holding a gun to somebody head. I don't think Claire ever did that. What movie was that?
That was actually that was Mr. Time.
Okay.
The name of it, yeah, Mr. Time. Troy Kimball wrote and produced that. We had a lot of fun with that one.
I'm going to tell you, I have definitely seen you in a number of roles. I don't even want to sit up here and try to capture all of your stuff in this little time that we have. I just want to let you know that you are one of the well-known, respectable actresses. And I'm not going to just say no DFW. I'm going to say all around, because I've heard it from other folk that ain't in DFW, and they pay respect to the queen. So,
well, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. I work hard trying to keep that reputation, and I just love what I do, and I'm happy to be in the different arenas that I'm in, and I also, well, you have to keep a good name because people do talk, and it is very important to me to maintain that. And you calling me Claire Huxtable. I call myself the Jennifer Lewis of Dallas because I've been everybody's mama.
That part too. You know what? Let me tell you something, because this ain't nothing but a conversation to me. Yeah. Do you know I got so mad? And what movie was that? And I'm wrong for this not knowing, but I know you'll bring it to my head, where you were playing the mom that somebody was beating on. And it cut to your scene, and they were whoever was beating on you. I was mad. I wanted to fight for real.
Yes, that was Blind Confessions, Michael Green.
Wait a minute. How do I not know that movie, right?
I don't know how you didn't know that movie.
Wait, so here's the thing. Y'all don't know Lucretia was one of the ones to calm my behind down going into Blind Confessions, man. I was so nervous.
Yes, and you did a great job too.
Thank you.
I was
so
shocked
much.
when I saw you on the film. I said, "Look at that! Look who's in here. Did your thing. You got the bug now, don't you?"
You know what? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna be honest. I got the bug now.
I believe it.
But speaking of bug, when did you catch the bug for this?
Well, I've been doing this a long, long time. And when I say that, in elementary school, I was in plays and in the musicals and things like that. So I've been doing this quite a while. And then in 2011, there was a casting call, and I went and I got cast. And so I really went hard at it at that particular point. I was all through elementary through high school. I did some form of drama, theater. And then after that, I did model for a little while. And then I had got married and had my kids. And so I put all of that behind me. And it was like, as soon as they graduated, I went right back at it.
You went right back. That's right. Say, yes. Look, it's time for mama to live her dreams now. Now she done seen y'all and did right by y'all. Now it's time for, but are we ever blessed that happened in that order? And I say your beautiful family, your husband, your kids, as well as now your I'm going to say your entertainment family, all love and respect you and just admire the work that you do. I'm going to say this. I had the pleasure of being, what the heck was I, a boom mic operator?
Yeah, I guess you were boom, gaffer. You did a little bit of everything on that set.
Now, Lucretia did a scene that it was so hard not to cry. Like the ladies didn't even need the tears, because like whenever you get drawn into that scene, you took us so deep emotionally. How do you put yourself in those spaces?
Well, it's just living. And I tell people that all the time. I go back to one of my favorite movies, The 5 Heartbeats. You remember the scene when a duck was telling somebody, they said, when you've been through enough pain, you're going to be a great writer one day.
Right.
And so, and in those moments, I have been through a lot of pain in my life, as well as a lot of happiness as well, most definitely. And so I just kind of dig back and I find those moments that that bring those things out of me. The emotions that I need, whether it be happy or sad. And that particular scene that you're talking about, at that particular short, and that was Michael Green as well. I was dying. I was a dying mother, and I was basically, trying to get my daughters to get along,
Right.
and so that was something that was easy for me to do as well, because I've been in those moments, whether it's been a friend or something, that have had kids that did not get along or wanted to fight about things. And those are very sad moments. And so you just have to go in and find those real moments for yourself. And that's what I do.
And I've had the pleasure of dying on film before. But don't nobody draw them emotions out dying on film like you do. Because
that's a blessing.
You know how on the set you got to be quiet. You can't say nothing. My nose almost ran.
It did. I saw you over there with that tissue. But I appreciate that.
With you being very respected in the industry, I know a lot of young actors and actresses come to you for advice. What is some of the typical advice that you give when they come to you?
Well, I tell them most of them, have fun with this. If you can't have fun with it, you don't need to do it. It's not all the glitz and glamour that's out there. It's a lot of hard work, guys. A lot of waiting, a lot of patience. And you have to be able to take rejection. And
Right.
I know for young people, rejection is very hard. In this industry, you really do have to be able to handle that, because it's 95% of what we do is rejection, and as young people, it can really diminish your character, and make you doubt yourself. And so don't take it personal. If it's something that you want to do, you'll grow with the craft, because that's what you have to do, is constantly growing and maturing. So if it is something that you want to do, just stay focused with it and consistent, because otherwise you will really get lost out there.
Awesome advice. Awesome advice. And I know you are super busy with number of projects, but I saw one in particular that I'm pretty excited and I can't wait to see it. What's that? I want you to tell the people about that one.
Is that comedic role you saw us in? That's coming up, called Recession Proof, next month?
Yes.
I am so excited about that film. You just don't know. It is premiering. It's the cast and crew showing on March 11th.
Okay.
And Khadijah Kiriam, it is her story. She wrote this. She wrote this funny film with Sharice Lamb, and it's about a daughter coming back home after living this glorious life, and so, but it is a comedy. I don't want to give it away,
right.
But we had so much fun filming it. Clifton Powell is my baby daddy.
Oh my God.
Rodney Perry, Liz Michael, Denzel Wells. And that list just goes on and on. But it was 2 weeks of filming that we laughed so hard on set. Arthur Muhammad is the DP and director. Stacy Stewart was that cameraman back there. But it was a lot of work. We filmed over in sunny South Dallas.
Right.
And so you guys need to get your tickets to that. It is March 11th at the Look Cinema Theater. Okay. A lot of the leads are going to be there, and you just don't want to miss it.
Do me a favor. I'll definitely inbox you for that information, because I do want to come and support you. If nothing else, support you. But I'm laughing because if Clifton Powell when Clifton Powell bring to the set what he brings to the set, classics like Pinky, as well as the I'm gonna call it a cult classic, Who Made the Potato Salad. When he bring that stuff to the screen, I cannot wait to see that, as well as with you. So that's gonna be phenomenal. I'll definitely inbox you for that information because I'm gonna be there if nothing else. And I'll pull the director out there too, so she can be there.
She needs to.
You gotta drag her out the house sometime, but it's all good.
Well, I tell you, it was so many great moments in that film. And they filmed the other part was filmed in New York. I wasn't blessed to go to New York, but it seems like they had a ball up there. And so I can't wait for the world to see it.
Do we get to scream when you come on the? Never mind. I act like I got some stuff.
You'll see me in a whole different way because it's good to, when we filmed that was right in the middle of COVID. Right. And so we were like, when we were like, people need something to laugh about today.
Yes.
And I think they're going to get the laughter in that particular film. Recession Proof. The name alone.
Recession Proof. Y'all look out for it, man. Recession Proof. I cannot wait. So I'm going to be in the building. So in saying that, where social media wise can people follow you and see your latest and see what's coming out? Where can they find you?
I am on Instagram. One Lucretia John _for real. I got hacked about 6 or 7 months ago, so I'm starting all over. So please come follow me, people.
Welcome to the hack world. I got hacked too.
Yes, and also Facebook, most definitely, just under Lucretia Johnson. I'm out there. And Twitter, I'm Lucretia John, LuCreJohn. It's kind of my brand, Lucretia John.
Lucretia John, that's awesome. That is awesome. Mm-hmm. It's just a pleasure knowing you. I can't even remember when I first met you. However, you are one person that would never be forgotten as far as it comes here. So, in saying that, I got to ask you an important question.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready to get into some news with Mr. TMI?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
All right. Well, we about to do this thing, y'all. Hey, it's news time. Let's talk about a couple of things, and then we're going to get into tonight's topic. So, director, can you lead us in, please? Thank you. See, everybody think that it's going to be national news, and sometimes it ain't got to be national news. This is just simply a Facebook post that hit me. Dear generational curse breakers, to break the generational stronghold, you have to be okay with being ostracized by your family. It's not personal, it's spiritual. Now, the reason why I wanted that up there is because that hit me so close to home. And everybody on TMI News heard me tell a story about me, Chicago native, moving to Texas. I never saw Texas. I just, with a leap of faith, and my wife said, I want out of Chicago. Where we going? We're going to Texas. We're going to Dallas. And I kid you not, all of my stuff was packed and the car was on the back of the U-Haul. It was the worst snowstorm in Chicago. It had iced in every other state. And then it actually snowed in Texas when we got here. It took 23 hours. Now, this is the part that I want to say. Respect to all of my family members, but I think all of them, except maybe one, said I was stupid for going. I'm stupid for going. I'm not going to like it. I'm going to be miserable, so on and so forth. When Tate got to Texas, I didn't know not one person. Now I want to welcome everybody who ever made that statement to Mr. TMI. Because without leaping out, getting out and leaping out on faith and trying to break that generational curse of staying in Chicago, dealing with the stuff that come along with that, as well as, sometimes family don't want to see you do well.
That's so true.
And when you're in close proximity, that is, I know y'all tired of hearing it, but that's crab in a bucket like no tomorrow. Somebody go get a new car. Somebody go get a newer car. Somebody then go get a newer car than that. Now, we not knowing, we steady rolling cars on top of each other. Now we in serious debt.
Trying to keep up with them Joneses.
And a long time ago, Lucretia, I said, all of my family members went to the right and it ain't nothing over there. Wait, I got the wrong hand up. Went to the right. I'm going to go to the left and see what's over here. I know what's over there. Let me go over here. And the whole purpose was to be that generational curse breaker, to have other family members believe that, yo, if he went down there and made it like that, I can go down there and do good. And I'm happy to say that I've influenced a number of people to move here as well as other places and do something different. When you read that particular post, what are your thoughts behind that?
Well, sometimes it's good to break away.
Yes.
Because staying in the same spot and being stagnant, you don't grow, and you have to sometimes do different things and see different people. And so when I read that post, that generation, and sometimes people are afraid to make a move, and they let fear stop them, and just settling. And so I'm glad you didn't settle. I'm glad you came to Texas.
Thank you so much. But I'm going to tell you this. The most frightening sign I ever saw in my life was welcome to Texas. I had an anxiety when I finally made it and I saw that sign. I had a slight anxiety attack.
I'm here, huh? What's next?
I was like, oh man, ain't no turning back. And then I was like, well, okay, well, it's too late now. Too late now.
I'm here. You're here. What can you do?
For about 15 seconds, I had a nervous breakdown for about 15 seconds.
I'm glad it only lasts 15 seconds.
15 seconds. Everybody was asleep. They didn't see it. You might have heard I might have on the side of the road a little bit, but yeah, I'm so glad that I made that move. My children were born here, and this has been such a. It's almost like being on vacation, but I'm living here, in comparison to where I was.
Right.
No disrespect to people in Chicago and the Chicago or whatever, but I've been there, done that. I know what that's about. I wanted to experience something different. So, in saying that, I want to prepare you for this next story.
All right.
Ms. Johnson, because I told you this TMI News, right? Too much information.
Yes.
Let's get it, director. Let's go.
Let's see.
Now, for those of you who missed that was rapper Busta Rhymes. And it looks like allegedly a miscellaneous fan ran up and decided to grab Busta's behind. And Busta's response was to throw his drink on her. Now, a lot of people would say Busta Rhymes is out of order for throwing his drink on folks. He should know how to act. He should be professional. But at what point, and especially the male gender, because if this was a male fan that grabbed a female artist, he would be locked up. Mm-hmm. At what point do men have to have that restraint until that you know what, ain't no restraint no more? But basically what I'm asking is, at what point should we address it right then and there? I think we froze. Are we froze? Am I froze? Okay, I'm not froze. I think Lucretia froze, but that's okay because we've been having problems. Hey, look, I've been freezing all pre-show, so we'll get it together. But this is what I want to ask regarding that story, man. At what point do women need to be checked for their misbehavior? I believe she's back on now.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, you back.
Well, you know something, I'm a firm believer. If you big enough to pass a lick out, most you big enough to take one. I am so serious about that. I tell people, don't put your hands on me in a negative way, and I won't touch you in a negative way. And in my years, I have seen women do a lot of things as far as putting their hands on men. And then if a man hits them or do something, they want to say, well, he hit me. And I'm like, well, I saw you hit him too. So don't get me wrong. I don't want anybody to be beat on, believe me, because I am a domestic abuse survivor.
Yeah.
But I empathize and I understand, that people shouldn't hit on other people. And if you're hitting somebody, you should expect to get hit, you know. And I always want to tell the man, you got to be bigger than this, and you. But women hit hard. People hit hard, and you just can't help yourself at some point, you know. And so.
And Lucretia, I'm a little dude.
Huh?
I'm a little dude. You can't be hitting me. Don't hit me.
And people are gonna be mad at me when I say that. But I mean, my whole thing is, I mean, you can't hit people and don't expect to get hit. That's how I'm gonna
there
say.
You go. And can I add on, Lucretia? Like, for example, a gorilla, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gorilla, big and strong, right?
Yeah.
If you go slap a gorilla, if a man go and slap a gorilla, that's just like us saying the gorilla wrong for punching him through that window.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't have used all that gorilla strength to hit him. He know he was just a man. Well, if he knew he was just a man, yes, he know he was just a man, but the man should have known that's a gorilla.
Exactly.
You might not want to slap him. You might not want to hit him. Same thing with men and women. They always say men are stronger than women and they know they can out-strengthen and all this other stuff. So if that's the case, ladies,
why
do you feel like you can go and discipline him when you lose your temper, but he's supposed to stay in his box? Mm-hmm. And the second he jump out that box, now you got to call the police and everything because now he's the bad guy. Just rewinding a little bit, the Dana White situation. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they wrong for acting a fool in the club. But Dana White didn't just get up and just start slapping his wife. She swung her. She hit him. Now, don't get me wrong. Show some reserve a little bit. However, you cannot eliminate the fact of how did it start? See, a lot of times we go with the end result. You ever seen somebody start a fight, get whooped, and then they get patted up?
Exactly.
Hey,
yes,
you shouldn't have beat them down like that. They started the fight. We don't look at the start. We looking at the end.
And you have to look at the whole picture. At least that's what I personally believe. You know, because I know women that can beat up. I know a woman that beat up a man before. You know, and I know a man that have been hurt because he didn't defend himself when a woman was hitting him. You know, and so like I said, I'm not trying to tell anybody to go beat up on anybody, but I mean, people just need to keep their hands to themselves. And like I tell people real quick now, if you're thinking about hitting me, you just let me know and I'll leave. Exactly.
I can leave the situation. Yes.
Or either, you know, and if I feel that way, I'll leave because I really don't want to do that, you know. But I've seen a lot of men get really bad name because they were defending themselves, or something to that nature, and it's kind of sad when it happens.
It's extremely sad, and this is the last thing I'll say about this. But Lucretia, you ever be holding a baby, and that baby either slap or punch you right in the eye with that little fist, and it's wrong. It's wrong to kick or throw a little baby.
Yes.
But it ain't wrong to think about it. Now, I thought about it.
I'm going to tell you, that's why I'm laughing so hard, because one of my good friends, I'll never forget it. Her little boy, this little lady was holding him. Oh, sweet little lady. And boy, he was a little boy. And he hauled off and he slapped her, knocked her glasses off. She looked at him and she said, "Oh, you sweet little thing. If you wasn't a baby, Miss Ross." She was so serious because the look on her face. I thought I'd die, but I was like, but I was in shock because he hit her hard.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, everybody know. Lucretia, okay, I'm gonna say this real quick because we got to keep it moving. I beat up a baby in CBS before. Yes, I did. I lost it, and it was the same situation. Now I'm gonna say it real quick. You ever, you gotta wait for your prescription, so you go over there to the blood pressure machine to check your blood pressure.
Right.
So I slipped my arm in the thing and I'm checking my blood pressure. And the little kid go to turn it off. He turned it off. So I turned it back on. Now the thing is tight on this arm. So he reached and he went to turn it off again. And I said, no, no, no. And he hit me in the face. I grabbed whatever I could grab, Lucretia. I reached over my arm. Now this arm trapped. I reached over my arm and I was shaking him like it was no tomorrow. And then that last little shake, it was kind of like a push punch, like a because I wanted him to cry. But so he crying on the floor, his sister looking terrified, and all of a sudden I hear somebody say, "What are you doing over there?" It was an African mama. She scared the life out of me. She scared me so bad, Lucretia. I think I turned 5 years old. I said, "We over here hitting people." That's what I told her. He over here hitting people. You know when somebody make you say people, they done punk
I
you.
hit you hitting people.
She punked me, man, because her voice scared me. Right? What are you doing over there? I was like, he over here hit. I took all the threat out of my voice and everything. But there's nothing nobody can tell me that ain't on camera at CBS. Yes, I shook that little boy like no tomorrow. But in saying that, teach your kids how to act when they go outside. Don't, because if he bold enough to hit a stranger, he giving y'all hell in the house.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So we gonna move on. I'm sorry to keep that, but you know how we do.
That was funny.
Look, Natasha, what we got next, girl? All right, so this is interesting since we're talking about bad kids. They had to send a masturbation notice. All students are hereby notified that masturbating in the high school toilet is a violation of the school code of conduct, school district code of conduct. It is prohibited to masturbate in the bathroom, in the bathroom floors and stalls. Bathroom school pipes are not designed to handle semen. Semen-related costs run into the thousands every year. Please refrain from masturbating during school hours and do it at your own time at home.
Okay.
See, I blame this sensitive society for this, because you better not get caught doing that back in the day when we was in school. You would be ridiculed. Ridiculed. Yeah. Now, since can't nobody roast nobody, can't nobody talk about nobody, can't nobody, get somebody straight. Now y'all got to send out masturbation notices.
I mean, thousands of dollars for semen removal? Isn't that what it's saying?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this.
How do you know it's there? I mean,
get ready for the TMI. Do you know how much stuff you got to put down in them pipes? How many times you got to been and done that to mess up the school sewer system?
Serious? What the heck?
Is everybody saying, ooh, recess, and running to the bathroom?
Something.
And what are y'all teaching in these classes that got these little boys so turned on?
They've got to run into the bathroom to do that.
I got to say this. We got to go back to ugly teachers. When we was in school, we didn't think about that because it was no teacher that was desirable enough.
The teachers looking like they 12 and 13 years.
Right. These teachers too fine. The teachers are too fine. That's why these little boys got to run to the bathroom asking Miss Johnson, not Miss Johnson, asking Miss Jackson. Can we get a hall? Look, I got to use the bathroom because they too turned on from your class.
That's a shame.
But going into that, I have never, ever, ever, ever heard of such a notice.
No, that's crazy.
And
you did hear about that teacher they were trying to fire because she was too shapely. They said that it was distracting all the kids.
I'd have fired her too. Can't nobody work under that kind of pressure. Them kids ain't learning nothing. That's too much pressure.
She was gorgeous and had a banging body.
I don't even know why the hell she went to school for teaching in the first place. Daggone well you should have been someplace else.
That's a mess.
No, teachers need to go back to the old ugly teachers.
Well, kids were more focused.
They too fine. And then on top of that, I think you shouldn't be able to teach until you've been out of school for at least 25 years.
Why you say that?
Because they the same age as the daggone students. That's why they sleeping together.
You are right about that.
You got a 22-year-old teacher and a 17-year-old boy. It's too close.
Well, now when I was in school, all the coaches was hitting up on the young girls. Now what
they
about
need they
that?
behind whoop. They need, yeah. I remember them little short wearing PE teachers. I remember they need they behind whoop. Yes.
I think some of the people still go with them coaches.
Right. Them coaches needed they butt whoop for going after them little chicks. I got a whole topic I want to do on old dudes going after young women. So I'm gonna do that at a later date because that used to make me mad. And yeah, them coaches thought they was slick wearing them little bitty shorts.
Them coaching shorts.
Them ain't no coach. Who you coaching? Who you coaching? Well, if nothing else, we knew where the balls was. Now we gonna get into this topic because we got a video that just blew me away. And Lucretia, I really want you to check out this video because I'm not going to give my opinion first. I want your opinion first. Chat room, I want y'all opinion. Phone line is open, 817. I don't know the number. What is it? I forgot. 466? I don't know. Hell. Anyway, y'all know it. I done said it enough. It's in the title. Call in. I want y'all thoughts as well. So let's play this video, man. Y'all check this out.
Girl. I didn't want a Tesla. I don't like electric cars.
Wait, what?
For a Mercedes Benz, I don't like Teslas.
You said you like the electric cars.
I said I like Tesla. I said a Mercedes Benz. I don't like Tesla.
Well, you gotta like. This is better than a Mercedes Benz.
This is not. I don't want no car that if I gotta charge it for it to work. I didn't want that.
Girl, you need to be grateful that you got a damn car.
I could have just been walking it. I would rather walk it.
Right. You should be happy.
Be grateful. You can put the keys back in your purse.
Oh, and I will. And don't ask me for nothing else. Oh, you're gonna be happy with that money.
How much is this?
Girl, open it up and stop being ungrateful because now you're starting to be ungrateful where you ain't gotta worry about me ever again.
I said I wanted a Tesla. I always told you I wanted a pink Mercedes Benz.
Okay, well I couldn't get the Mercedes Benz, so you got that.
This is all you gave me for my Sweet 16 and my golden.
Girl, do you know how much money that is? That's $1,600 for 16.
That's it for my Sweet 16 and my golden birthday.
Well, what did you want?
And then you gave me the truck.
This is the car. It's not the truck. This is the car one. You guys, look.
You can have all your gifts back because why would you do this? This is my Sweet 16 and my golden birthday, and you gave me a car I didn't even want, and then you gave me little money.
You was being really, really ungrateful.
You can give this to your mom.
Yay! This is ridiculous. Deasia, get back over here, and I'm not playing.
The gifts I don't. Oh, here you go.
So you really don't want this Tesla?
I don't like that. Electric cars. I don't want to have to charge my car to get on it. You could have kept your gifts and all that.
I'll take it back or I'll give it to somebody that wanted it.
Like, I did not ask for it.
Is you serious?
Worst birthday ever. Like,
how was this your worst birthday?
Because I didn't ask for it.
Did she just... You guys, I am so sorry, and honestly, I'm embarrassed. I actually thought she would be happy. She did say she wanted a Mercedes Benz, but I couldn't get her a pink one, so she always be like, oh, Teslas are nice, so I got her a Tesla. Okay. Well, you guys...
So, I'm going to let you go ahead and have this one because I got a lot to say.
Ungrateful ass. Natasha said it all right there.
Direct cuss on that one.
I think I would still be beating her. But it's but I'm serious. I'm mad at the mother because she was sitting up here trying. I would have, boy, I tell you the truth, that camera would have been not hit the ground. And because you weren't even driving a Tesla and you tried to buy a Tesla for her. And then she said, there's a little bit of money. Oh my goodness. Now, I fought the parent. And because there's no, I mean, that's what's wrong with these kids today. These parents just, I'm sorry. Like I told the police a long time ago, my son, you can take him with you. If I can't do nothing with him, you can have him. That's what you can do. Cause I'm gonna beat his ass as long as he up in here. And that's what that is. And that police officer looked at me and him and was like, well, I think you better stay. That's exactly what you better do. Shoot, that's crazy.
So,
but that's what's wrong with these parents today, trying to get these kids too much. I don't care even if you had the money to do it. I mean, have they earned a Tesla? Have they worked for a Tesla? I mean, you're really ruining your kid because that's not the way the real world is.
Oh, you are
spoiled and ungrateful. You know.
Oh my God,
that's ridiculous.
So first of all, Jeanette got me crying because she said they wouldn't have seen nothing but the ground.
She right though.
They heard a lot of hollering, but they would have seen nothing but the ground.
And then go knock it off knock whatever that was off the car, the bow or whatever it was, and this little bit of money.
So, Lucretia, I gotta ask questions here because everybody know my feelings. Everybody know I'll wild out. First of all, little lady, I didn't see anything worth a Tesla that your parents was driving.
Thank you.
You saw the other two cars in the driveway. Nothing. And then on top of that, when we talking Tesla, we talking close to, if I'm not mistaken, we talking close to 6 figures.
Yes.
Teslas ain't just any old little.
That's my point. Why would you even be trying to get a kid a Tesla?
And then she was talking about, I wanted a BMW.
No, a pink Mercedes.
Was it a Mercedes? I'm sorry, my fault.
A pink one.
You're so right.
And then she done look for one because she couldn't find it. She's crazy.
And then she gave her $1,600. If I'm not mistaken, that's $100 a year, right?
$100 a year.
Let me tell y'all something. My uncle, I went and told my uncle, hey, it's my birthday today. He said, how old are you? I said, 12. This Negro gave me 12 cents.
I believe it.
This Negro gave me 12 cents. But guess what I did with that 12 cents? I went to the candy store and I was good.
That's it.
We are giving our kids way too much because we feel like we didn't have enough.
That's what a lot of people say. But you're not. You didn't turn out bad, did you? I mean, just because you may have struggled a little bit, you may not have gotten what you wanted, but you are. But I would think that you're a responsible person. I mean, these kids today, they want things that they haven't worked for. They want they don't care. That's just ridiculous. And a lot of these parents out here doing it. They're out here making themselves broke behind their kids. Kids out here dressing better than them, driving cars better than them, and all of this other kind of stuff. It's just ridiculous.
Hold on a minute. Natasha put the car was $30K. And that's for the low end, which I don't think that mama got the low end because she's stupid enough to go and get it all souped up for this little girl that ain't really her golden birthday. I'd have dipped up behind her some gold and left her. Hey, so you saying $30,000? I just got a $30,000 automobile. My grown behind, my been working for Lord knows how long behind, just got a $30,000 automobile. So you tell me how this little thing deserve that much. Let me tell you something. I love my baby girl because my baby girl ain't had no car. And we spent a couple of $1,000 on what I call the white egg because that's what the car looked like. But she kept that car for at least 3 to 4 years, and that car literally had to die for her to get another one.
I know that's right.
That's called appreciation. Now,
it is.
I didn't have my father took me to the car lot, but I had to save my own money. That's number one. And we wanted to gift her a car, and we could have went new. However, what is that teaching your babies?
Exactly.
You're not teaching your babies how to work for nothing. And that's the problem with this generation. They don't know how to work for nothing.
And they want everything handed to them because it has been. And then when the real world hits them, then they're lost.
83 Oldsmobile Delta 88. That was your first car. My first car in 94, I think it was now pay attention to me, Lucretia. 85 and a half. and a half that meant something. Ford Escort with the hatchback. Now, you had to keep the hatchback open with a stick or a broom or something to prop it. Because you want to ride slick with your hatchback open. And when I drove that car off the lot, I drove it down the street and it broke down. I promise y'all, it broke down the street from where I bought it. But guess what? You get that thing going and you keep it moving. For all these, I couldn't fathom buying my kid a new car. You done bought this kid a car. She's 16. And in my thoughts, she ain't been driving that long.
Exactly. So why would you buy that kind of a car, that powerful of a car? You're trying to kill them? And
Exactly.
you better, and then they can't drive. They're gonna run into things.
Curbs.
You get them a hoopty and let them learn their way in that hoopty. You know,
you can scratch and bump this thing up.
My godmother gave me my first car. My godfather passed away, and she was like, he would want you to have this car.
Right.
It was a 77 Blueberg Regal, and that was like an 83.
So you understand.
Yes.
Damn it. I think every kid should experience a check engine light before they get a new car.
You
gotta know how to deal with stuff.
Caught on fire.
It caught on fire? Wait, what happened?
I was riding down 35. I'm thinking this guy trying to hit on me. He blew it real hard. I'm speeding up. I'm like, what does he want? And he just broke it. Then he finally, your car's on fire. I look and I see the smoke. I hadn't even seen the smoke. And then guess where I pull into? A gas station. Go blow up.
And you gonna blow the whole block up because your car on fire.
I think why did the people at the gas station start running, get in their car?
Now I got a 1955 Buick in 57.
Oh God.
It's funny because I got a similar experience, but this was way more, it was embarrassing. So we in the 85 and a half. We in the 85 and a half. And so we at the gas station and we see some girls and we said, hey, can we follow y'all? And they said, come on. And they pulled off. And I tried to pull off. And the hood blew up. And it smoked up the whole block. The girls started laughing at us and left. We was just sitting in there.
You should have. I would have left y'all too.
Every kid should experience what it feels like to be in a broke down car waiting on somebody to come help you.
Yes, they should.
You need those experiences. You don't need no Tesla. And then for her unappreciative behind, Lucretia, she wouldn't have had feet after I was done with her.
I am so serious. I probably would have threw my phone and hit in the back of the head while she was
walking. God.
I am so serious. I would have been that angry. That's a shame.
And especially now, this is what really concerns me, because what they do is what they do. But when our children, our Black children, don't understand the struggle in which your parents had to go through, regardless if your parent is a star or what, they had to go through something to get to where they are.
Yes.
And for you to feel entitled to having the best without having to provide nothing is delusional.
Yes.
Absolutely delusional.
It really is. And it's a lot of delusional people out here today, because that is what a lot of people in this world, they expect something and for nothing. And they actually really think that they're supposed to have it, you know, and it's really rather sad. But unfortunately, a lot of people.
That is a fool. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You really need to know because it's funny. But
get the weight off Marinette. And that's the thing. Like that's another thing. We didn't have air conditioner in our car.
No.
Our parents did because they earned it. But we had to let them windows down and just hope the light wasn't that long.
And I'm gonna tell you, when I got my first new car, and my mom went with me, she even told them then, because you know you could have air or not. She said, well, she really don't need any air because she was trying to keep the price down for me. I was like, we're in Texas, Mama, please.
She told them she tried to keep the price down on a new car. She said she don't even need no air.
That's what my mama said. Okay, so true. You couldn't even imagine not having air today.
When I see somebody pull up next to me in Texas with no air, I just thank God. I really do. I thank God.
Mm-hmm.
I really do thank God, because my goodness, it's hot with air in Texas.
Yes, it is. And that's what the car dealer said. He said, "Ma'am, no air." I was like, "Thank you." And he, come on.
She could have said no radio.
Give it to me for free. I ended up with some air, thank God.
Oh my God.
But she was trying to keep the notes down for me, as she said.
Oh my God. For automatic yes. Like my first car, I remember, didn't have automatic windows and door locks and all that. We had to reach over and let somebody in or out.
We had nice biceps.
That's right.
We rolled the
window down. And for God's sake, when that window slip off track. So I'm gonna say this, man. For the most part, I'm disgusted by this video. I don't even like when videos like this come out with our children on it.
Yes.
Because it's too many videos coming out with us being misused and having to battle with police and all this other stuff. We still in the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
We're still in the struggle, and to have one of our children up there just totally disregarding the struggle of her parent to even get her anything for her golden year. Who said 16 was golden anyway? 16 was get a damn job. That's what the goal was. Ooh, I can finally work. 15 and a half with a permit.
There you go. That's at least what you would think.
Get a job. And then you talking about, I don't want no electric car that I got to plug up. Well, get one that you got to put some gas in, and then when that's done with you, let me know how you feel.
I know that's right. I think it's easier to plug it up than pump the gas.
Oh my God. So Marinette, you said, man, when AC was optional, you literally had to contemplate if you really got to leave the house. So true. So true. Mr. Dillinger out there, man. Thank you, Mr. Dillinger. You know what time it is too. So we're going to wrap this thing up. I wish that we could go longer. I got a hard stop, but it was an honor to have you on this platform.
It was truly an honor to be here. Can I say one thing really quick?
Can go for it.
We do have the first Texas Indie Filmmakers Award that's coming up next month, March the 25th at the Arlington Hilton. We will be honoring, and that's Ladies in Film and Television, and we will be honoring and celebrating Texas talent. If you are able to attend, tickets are on sale. We would appreciate it. And congratulations to all of the finalists. I wish you all the best.
Yes, absolutely. And all of the hard work, I want to send a shout out. First of all, Jeanette Johnson Greenwood, who is responsible for that, as well as all of the filmmakers and there's many more categories, but shout out to all of y'all, because at the end of the day, we are committed and put the work in order to provide quality entertainment for the DFW area.
Yes.
And you are so responsible for that. And it just shows that at the end of the day, I know everybody want to be in Hollywood, but we don't have to run to Hollywood. The talent is here. The talent is here, and the quality is definitely here. So shout out to all of the filmmakers and all of the actors and actresses that put the work in, that dedicate themselves to the craft in order to produce excellent work.
Exactly. Thank you for that.
So in saying that, it's time to go.
Unfortunately, but I've enjoyed you.
Hey, you're going to have to come back, especially during a time where I'm not at a hard stop, where I can relax and we really, really can talk about some of these issues, because I got so many more topics that I know you can provide such golden nuggets to. So I invite you back. We're going to definitely send that invite out to you.
You just let me know.
I sure will. Now, in saying that, I got to bring somebody on so we can get this right? So y'all, give a hand to the director, Natasha. Now, Are you ready to end the show? If y'all don't know what you've been listening to, you have just listened to what?
Hey, what's up with it? What's the deal, baby? Hey, this is the greatest news segment in history. Yeah.
Man, on behalf of the director, Natasha, and my special guest, Miss Lucretia Johnson, I'm Mr. TMI, and we are out of here, y'all. Peace.
Peace.